Hey y'all, welcome to another Artsy studio vlog. It's so hard for me to not say Artsy weekly vlog. Artsy studio vlog. So I've been running with y'all suggestions of doing loops for the backs of the Garland pieces. So and I feel like it looks really nice. One second, I just gotta turn up the brightness so you can see it. Not my face, stop it. Look at that. That looks nice, right? That looks pretty professional. So obviously the bats I did too, so that way, you know, if I did one, I think, I don't know, it might be fine, but I did two to make sure. So what I was talking about last week was somebody suggested doing loops like this so that I can string some ribbon through the backs. That was great idea. And I even did it to one of them because I know I also said that I was going to rip the felt off of the backs of these. And so I did that to this one. I ripped it off. It was okay. It was a little difficult in some spots. But yeah, I did it to this one and then I attached a loop and I was like, this is going to go great. This is going to go perfect because then I can just re-glue this back on, which is fine. So then, with my full cup of confidence, right, I went to the next one, and something horrible happened. When I was pulling the felt off, I think what happened was the carpet adhesive that's on, okay, it's funny because I'm using my better camera with my mic and everything, like my big camera that I use, and it's more annoying than my small camera. So the carpet adhesive that was on the backs of these, when I glued the felt on, it not only adhered because of the spray adhesive that I put on, but also the carpet adhesive is so freaking sticky. It really like holds on to the yarn that is in the tufting fabric. And so when I was pulling the felt off of this one, the yarn was so stuck to the felt piece that it pulled the yarn out. So now I have a lovely hole right here where the yarn was pulled out, and what's interesting is it was pulled straight out of the tufting fabric. The tufting fabric is fully intact. There's no holes, there's no tears. It's totally fine. Literally all of the like loops of yarn were just yanked out with the felt. So now one of my moons has a freaking hole in it. And it seems that this one that I was able to rip off is the only one because I tried to do it to a couple of others and I can tell that it's going to try to do the same thing. So what I have decided to do is I'm leaving that piece of felt on the back because it wants to be there. It wants to live the rest of its life there. So I'm going to let it because that's what it wants, you know. So I took this one and I just laid it down on some new felt and cut a new piece. And then before I attached it to the moon, I sewed a little loopy onto it. And then I glued it. I glued another piece of felt to the piece of felt that was already on here. And I'm just going to cut it so that it's nicely shaped around it and they kind of just look like one, you know? And I think it's going to be fine and you're not even going to tell. Yeah. This looks fine. And it, like, look at that. That looks nice. And now it's gonna hang nicely like this. So you guys will be able to, whoever snags this, will be able to move this around on the, I keep wanting to say yarn, ribbon. So this plan is gonna work, okay? This plan's gonna work, and look how professional that's nice. Ah, oh, such a great idea. But now I'm down one moon and I need 3 because it needs to be symmetrical or I'll lose my absolute mind, and I think you would as well. So what I was thinking was, ah! Oh no, buddy, you better leave. There's just a giant dragonfly in here. Okay. Can I guide you? Will you please land on my finger? Please. Wait, which Disney princess? The animals? Is that Snow White or is that Rapunzel? Is that neither of them? It's not Rapunzel. No, it's Cinderella. I do not want you to lose. Yes, go! Go, go! Yeah, no! Oh, he is zooming. Yes, no, what? The door is right there! He keeps, like, flying. Like, he goes toward, like, in the doorway to the outside world, and he's like, no. Yes! Alright, he did it. He found his way out. Oh, I was trying to do something. Alright, I dug it out. So, I have a couple of punch needles. So, I was thinking, this is basically, I think, like, the handheld version of tufting. I have two different ones. I think this one is just, like, an adjustable one. Yeah, so it makes it longer. Anyway, what I was thinking was basically doing, like, putting these stitches back in there, but this needle is so fucking big. Alright, I'm watching a quick video on how to thread a punch needle. Look at the threading tool that came with this kit. Stop! It's like a piece of really thin something. It's not wire. Maybe it's wire. I don't know. Like a very thin, cheapy piece of wire, okay, made into a really big loop with a folded sticker to hold the two ends together. It's just one piece of wire. Anyway, stick our really high-end threader through the tip all the way out the bottom, like so. And then we're going to take our yarn, we going to loop it through, and then we're going to pull it through. Wow. Threaded, baby. Alright, let me flip the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing, so I can show you this ridiculousness. Okay, this is what we're working with right now. So, you'll see these, like, really big loopies. It's because I'm just, like, holding on to them, but it doesn't matter how long they are, and it also doesn't matter that they're loops right now, because I can just cut them to the same length that everything else is, and it'll also not matter that it's loops. So, I'm working from the back side. So I'm just finding a spot in the tufting fabric next to the last sort of stitch that I did, and I'm going to push my needle through, and then on the other side my needle has, you know, the yarn, and I'm just kind of holding on to it and then pulling my needle back to the other side, and that loop stays on this side. So I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm holding on to the loop on the other side until I fill in this freaking gap that I made. This actually is going way better than the first time that I did punch needle. I like couldn't understand it. And I mean, I guess I still kind of don't, but this is getting, I mean, we're filling in this hole. Oh my god, you guys, I'm going to be able to fix this. I was basically like, I'm just going to have to put a moon on my next frame and tuft like a whole new one. But I didn't like that I would be, you know, doing nothing with this one. I'm going to cut them the same length as everything else and see see how it looks. What hole? What freaking hole, y'all? It was right here, just in case you're like, is she holding an entirely different moon? Nope. It's right here. We patched this hole. I am so proud of myself right now. I can't believe that this worked. And at the same time, I'm like wondering why I thought it wouldn't. Alright, so I guess if you ever have an issue like I did where you ripped some of your tufted stitches out, you can re-put them back in. Re-put them back in. That's grammatically correct. You can just use a punch needle and put them back in. That was great. That was top notch. Alright, so I just spread some new carpet adhesive on the back right here, and I'm just gonna let this dry. Alright, new felt. Doesn't have to be perfect because I am just like recutting it after I glue it so that it kind of just looks like all one piece. And once it's cut, I'll just kind of find the two spots that I want to sew some pieces on. And I'm just gonna mark them. I'm cutting a couple of pieces of this. Give them the same size. I'm just taking one of these little pieces and I like fold it over on itself like this. And then taking my bat, putting it right where I've marked. And then I'm gonna sew like right across it. Then it looks like this. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the bottom. And with that, we've got one loopy on this bat. Look at it. It's so perfect and professional. Hey y'all. So it's a couple days later. I basically just like put my head down and finished. I don't even know why I grabbed all the pieces, because you know what they look like. Anyway, I've basically finished all the pieces for the garland. But what I don't have for the garland is the ribbon. We're moving on. The reason that it's a couple days later as well is because I had to take some time to draw up some new designs. I had to do the heart thing, which here's the design I came up with. I want this on shirts, but what I want to do is, and you can tell me if this is a dumb idea or not, but I want to have one half of the heart on one shirt and then the other half on a different shirt. You know, like you could wear them with your partner, you could wear them like with your best friend, whatever. I just feel like that'd be really cute. But then I don't want people to think that I'm like I don't want you to think that I'm trying to trick you into like buying two shirts instead of one. Like, but I just genuinely think that's cute and a good idea. It's not a trick, it's just I thought it was cute, so I don't know, you tell me what you think. And then I also updated, well not updated, but I had to change. I was gonna go with my skeleton in a coffin drawing for like the tall skeleton rug. I know I talked about getting 4 rugs on this, but I forgot that I wanted to do like a life-size skeleton rug. So anyway, I was gonna use just my drawing of a skeleton in a coffin that I had like on merch for a little while. But it was like small lines and things, so I kind of had to update it, and then I changed the skull part of it to make it a little more like cartoony and less of what it was. I basically just had to sit down with my iPad yesterday, which for some reason always feels like a waste of time, because if I'm not like breaking my back, I feel like I haven't done anything, which is dumb. We have to take off the torn up old fabric. Also, I saw somebody say, I think this was like a couple videos ago, but somebody said that they make like Apple, is it USB-C? I don't know. Apple to HDMI, like little dongles. I swear that's the real word for it, right? And so I looked them up. I was like, oh, I kind of forgot about it, and then I thought about it like yesterday, and I looked it up, and it's true. I've literally just been like transferring my drawings and designs from my iPad to my laptop. If this works, then I'll be able to just plug this little dongle into my iPad and then plug it into the HDMI. I really hope that works. Y'all love the rickety chair that I stand on. It's fine, nobody worry. Where's my hammer? If you're wondering what I'm doing hammering it, I'm just like hammering the nails up instead of straight out. What if I just like start staple gunning my fabric to my frame? Anyway, that's the gist of it. I'm probably going to have to take like another 20 minutes just going around it a few times, tightening everything and hammering nails. So, hey y'all, so I got that wire that I was telling you about, and I realized when I got it that it's the wrong thing. Don't you love that? Well, so what makes it wrong is this part is not USB-C. Not the port that goes into my iPad, really. But, you know what it does go into is my phone. So, I guess today we're just going to transfer from my iPad to... I could return this, I know, but I kind of need something so I don't have to use my laptop, because also that's dead, so we'd have to take some time, and I'm kind of running out of time. Like, this is one of those weeks where just a bunch of stuff keeps getting in my way and stopping me from doing literally anything. Like on Thursday, I think hopefully somebody's coming to put the slider door in finally. I'm not going to be able to be in here unless I want to hang out with a couple of weird dudes. They're probably not weird. I'm probably the weird one. So that's that situation. Anyway, so I'm just going to transfer them to my phone and then go from there. You know what was funny though is I was testing this when I first came in, and I was playing music on my speaker, and when I plugged this in, my music started coming out of my projector, and I just thought that was hilarious. So I have this like bat design, which I absolutely love, but you see the trees? I was thinking this morning when I was testing this that these trees look a little wintry for some reason. You know what I mean? Like snow is sitting on them and that's why they look like that. And they're not creepy trees. So I kind of want to erase the trees and maybe do some creepy ones. We could do the skeleton. I just need to transfer that. You know what? I'm going to have to like turn it possibly sideways. Wow, look at that. Look at that. This way, and I'm just going to have to like back this up as much as possible, which means you have to back up as well. Backing up. This is what I get for buying the wrong thing. I need this to be so much bigger. Well, shit. Why is the background white now? That looks pretty good, and it also leaves a good amount of room around. All right, it's a lot of time later. I'm not even going to tell you how long it took me to freaking draw these trees, but I think it looks a lot better. Like it makes more sense. Oh my god. I did it. Doo-doo-doo. Spider web. I almost forgot about this design. I feel like this would be so cute in the corner. Like the corner of a room, whatever. Ta-da! Alright, so I have my projector on the tripod, on a tote, all the way up as high as it can go to project the heart at the very top. I'd be cutting it really close. But I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it. The lettering on that is going to be nearly impossible. Alright, I feel like you guys have watched me trace enough, so here's the other half. Ta-da! It's not there because... And you guys will probably... I mean, I don't know, maybe some of you will know, but there is a problem. There is a problem with this. I drew it on facing me, which means when I tuft it on the other side, is supposed to be the right side. The letters will be backwards. You won't be able to read it. I sent myself to one flipped, what I was supposed to use here, and one not. because I wanted to post it on Instagram. And I used the wrong one. Oh my god. I'm gonna go take a potty break and I'll be back. Alright, so I ate some pasta. And what I've decided is that I'm gonna just leave that alone because I did get a delivery of some other stuff. So I have something to distract me. And I'm hoping that I can come back to this with a fresh mind because I don't know how I could salvage that area because it is so... I mean, you know, you watched me do it, right? But like, how do I... Oh, you can't even see it. Anyway, how could I fix that? I could draw over it with like a different colored Sharpie, possibly. I don't have one, so I'd have to go get one. Even if I drew it on with a bright red, I feel like it'd be really muddied and difficult for me to tell what's what. So I don't know if I should just cut my losses on that, but like I said, I do have a distraction. I got an entire box of yarn for all of these different projects. This isn't all the yarn, but I did get more black. I found like a nice cream color that's kind of like the cookie color that I really like, and then I found like a the lighting is terrible right now. I apologize. Anyway, the distracting thing is this. This is ribbon. I think this is gonna work. The reason that you're here and that, you know, you kind of have to deal with the lighting is because I'm going to see if I can tie some of this to like a pole or whatever. There's a pole right here. And then we can like string up the garland and kind of see what that looks like. But I should probably put a light with you. Why did I put you there? What? We're gonna put you on this side. I don't know how long this should be. You get out of the way! Oh no, it won't reach. I guess my problem, kinda, is that it's kinda heavy. It's kind of really heavy. Alright, what we're looking at now is it a bit shorter. And I took off, let's see, I took off 2 bats and then 1 star, moon, and sparkle. The way that I made these is so that it could be like sort of symmetrical. So it would be bat, star, moon, sparkle, bat, star, moon, sparkle, bat, star, moon, sparkle, bat. So I'm just trying to think of a combination or like a way this could be where it's still symmetrical but it's not using all of them. I was also considering trying to split these into 2 garlands because I feel like this is pretty long and this is pretty good, but obviously this isn't half. It's pretty cute though, right? Bat. Should I have it like this? Because then it's not perfect, but at least it's bat, star, moon, sparkle, bat, star, moon, sparkle. Bat, star, moon, sparkle. Sparkle, sparkle, moon, star, bat, sparkle. Anyway, bat, sparkle, moon, star, sparkle, moon, bat. Bat, sparkle, moon, star, moon, sparkle, bat. Huh? Hey, that looks pretty cute. So if we were to have them, like, well, if you were to have them spaced out like this and then hanging from bat to bat, it is 62 inches, which is 2 inches over 5 feet. Alright, I think what I am going to do is have 2 garlands. One's going to have a star in the middle, one's going to have a sparkle in the middle, and then the sides will also be opposite. Because doing it that way, I only have to make 1 more moon. And then a star won't be left behind. You can't leave a star behind. So, yeah, we're going to have 2 garlands. Because doing that also makes them more affordable as well. Which is kind of one of the reasons that I thought of doing a garland instead of like a big rug. But as I was doing this garland, I was like, dang, this is so much work. Because you have to back each piece, you have to carve each piece, and then sewing on the little thing. So I was kind of like nervous about it. Not, because honestly, like if it did get to be like the same price as a rug, that's too much for a garland, and I would have honestly just like lost money on it because I would not be able to price a garland the same price as a rug. So splitting it into two is gonna be great. Now I think I'm probably gonna end the studio vlog here because I need some time to figure out what the heck I'm gonna do with that heart. So probably in the next one you'll see what my solution is. Hopefully I have a solution. Future Heather has got it together. She knows what's going on. Hopefully. But I'm so happy to have this garland like put together. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna end this vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm so happy that you guys are enjoying these studio vlogs because I'm, with my whole heart and soul, I really love this. I love our new thing. It's so fun, and I get to continue doing what I really like while also making more content than I did before. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, what I'm saying is, thank you so much for being on board, always, for no matter what I'm doing. I feel like I change things up all the time, and you guys are always down for it, so I appreciate that. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Give this video a like. It really helps me out. Leave me a comment down below. That also greatly helps me out. You can follow me literally everywhere. It is at Artsymadwoman, besides Tumblr and Twitch. Yeah, that one. Which is the Artsymadwoman. I love you guys to absolute death. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.